Malacanang says results of various investigations into the bloody Mamasapano incident are not enough grounds for the impeachment of President Aquino. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valte stressed this in reaction to the Senate committee report that concluded the president is ultimately responsible for the debacle. In the same media briefing in Malacanang, Valte also expressed confidence that the president will overcome the challenges that he again faces. More from Rocky Ignacio.
Malacanang is ready to face any challenges in the Aquino presidency amidst Mamasapano incident that left 44 Special Action Force commandos dead. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valte says, in 5 years of leadership, the administration was able to surpass many challenging issues. Valte issued a statement following the results of the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs on the bloody encounter between the government elite force and MILF troops during an operation to arrest international terrorist Marwan and Basit Usman in Maguindanao.
Some not without reservation. I did follow the accounts, and they were saying that while they were going to put their signature, it's subject to amendments to be introduced by them. Remember, it's a draft report, and as such, until the revisions are introduced, would not be in its final stage. But in response to your question, every challenge is always seen by observers outside as a political crisis, etc. But in our experience, in the close to 5 years that the president has been in office, we have managed to overcome the challenges that have been presented to him. If you remember, when the PDAF incident happened, people were saying that yes, it's a political crisis, etc. When impeachment happened, it was back in 2012, it was a political crisis, etc. So I think we do tend to say that every time there is a big issue, but as far as we are concerned, we treat every challenge equally, and that we will continue to address the issues that come up.
Malacanang reiterates that the president acknowledges his responsibility to the incident. Valte said this in response to calls for the president to make a public apology to allegedly regain public trust. The president already thanked the PNP Board of Inquiry for their efforts to give clarity on the Mamasapano incident. Valte confirms President Aquino's meeting with PNP OIC Deputy Director Leonardo Espina, CIDG Chief Director Benjamin Magalong, and Chief Superintendent Jan Susito, along with other cabinet officials.
From him, and obviously some people have been calling for his resignation, but I think you have to also look at how the president has dealt with the incident and how he has comported himself, not just in the days after the incident itself, but in succeeding days and weeks, that he has continually looked after the plight of the families that have been left behind, as well as continuing to make improvements in how, remember when he was able to speak to the SAF, he did ask about conditions, what are your needs, we're not talking about benefits of the families that have been left behind, but we're talking about how things can be made better in terms of operations for our people on the ground.
Malacanang explains, aside from Mamasapano incident, the government deals with other national concerns, especially in the economic front.
We have not been without good news in the past few days and in the past few weeks. However, we do recognize that given the incident of January 25 and that emotions still remain, that many people continue to choose to focus on the January 25 incident, not without reason, of course.
Meanwhile, Valte says President Aquino has been aware of making decisions that may not please others. The palace officials said to reports that the president might face possible cases after his term ends in June next year.
Even before the January 25 incident, the president has already been aware that he will be making decisions that may not please people. He has made decisions that have, in his own words, upset the rice bowls of many, and that he is prepared and he expects that when he steps down, there may be cases that may be filed against him. But that does not mean to say that these cases will prosper. Diba? Wala namang makakapagpigil na mag-file ng complaint o kaya ng kaso sa laban sa kahit kanino, hindi lamang sa isang presidente. Pero iba yung usapan para sabihin na magpo-prosper yung mga ganitong complaint.
For the People's Television, Rocky Ignacio.